So last video create application.property. We added application.property for data source URL. Here we need just to change the port from MySQL to MySQL port. I will check later. And then now after okay, just click this here. In, also in demo I have the main file. We create a controller package and entity and also repository and service. I need also to create another package. It's dot implementation. Okay, just for the service to put the one for backend and one for front end. Okay, so let's in the controller at the first we need to create a new interface. No, not controller. Let's start at the first of okay. Let's go to create a JPA repository, student repository in interface. Okay, go just to repository, right click and new interface. Let's say this student repository. Okay. Student repository. Okay. Oh, first forget to add edit. No, don't edit. Okay. So let's add the first of student. Let's add the first of student. Okay. Suppose we have a private long ID. Private long first name. Also private long last name and also email. Here we need a string. Last name string. Okay. Here we need a string. Okay, this is the first. Added 4 parameter here: ID, first name, last name, email, status, and just we need to create generate a getter and setter from source. Right click, source. Okay, generate getter and setters. Select all. Yes. Great. And from here also we need to generate just to create a parameter of constructor without ID, because with the default constructor also I need a default constructor. So we'll just create a source, generate getter center, generate using from superclass using fields. Okay, we don't need the ID because we need the ID as a primary key. So Got it. And also we need a default constructor. So this is the first constructor, and this is the second constructor. Okay, and this getter and setter. Now we can add because let's make this Java class as a JPA entity by using entity. Here we need the entity. Okay. If you put the mouse in the entity, you can see it. Let's check Java persistences. Okay. Also, we need I don't know if you need example if you need the database the table of this class name, you can name it by default it's student, or if you can just add a table like a table name equal students. By default it's take this, but if you name it another name, you can just using the add table. Now persistence. Okay. Also from in the class, not in the constructor. Here we need the ID. It's a primary key, so we can just add ID like this. So if you put the mouse here, yeah. Also we have also we can change the columns name by add column. Okay, you can just add columns like strategy. Column, no, let's search column name equal first name. First, you can do it like this by underscore. So by default, it's take the first name, or you can choose and also you can put example null able equal false. So it's not null. Yeah. Let's make this here. Okay. So from the color import resistance. Also you can do it like this by just list name. Okay. You can here make post name. Also you can do it like here by email. You don't need this example, you can just use this. Okay, next point. Yes, next point for the ID, just we can add generate value. Add generate value for the ID strategy. They go to just put the mouse. Yes, create generated Java annotation, hibernate annotation, generated value. Yes, here was this strategy equal generation type dot identity. Okay, I'm not sure if without this you can take the ID by identity or no. I'm not sure. Need to check. Just save it. Save as. Okay. This is the first. Now, okay, everything is great. Now we just need to go to create a JPA repository. A student repository. Okay, this interface I created before, and also from repository here I need to add just to make extend. Yeah. Just to make the extend JPA, it's JPA like this, JPA repository with two parameters. And let's check this here for JPA repository. Okay, with two parameters here. At the first, it's what I have just has two parameters. First is the type of the JPA entity. It's a student. Yeah. And the second, it's a type of the primary key. The primary key is a student here, and I have the primary key. It's ID. What's the type of? It's a long. It's a long, it's perfect long. Student. I added this from the package student because it's from another package. Okay, see this. Create now a service layer. You can from the service right click new interface. Okay, what we need here, just we can write a student service. Okay, and also we create another package implementation here, service implementation, and then we can from implementation can add also a implement student service. Let's create the interface before. Student service implementation. Okay. And here also we need to implement the student service. from the service. Sorry, here it's not an implementation. Oh, it's not an interface, it's a class. Because I can't make an implement here. Yes, let's delete this. Okay, from here just go to the implementation, right click in your class. I need also student service implementation. Here we need to implement the student service. Yes, and here we edit in the package. Yeah, great. Just right click now. From controller now, it's also create implement create interface service. We create a repository here. Okay. Interface also this interface. Yes. Here is a class, and from we create also class student. From controller we need a interface, new interface. What we need to write, just student controller, like student controller. Okay, here we need add controller. Yeah. Let's check. It's Spring Frameworks stereotypes. To REST controller. Controller test. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to the backend for student repository. Okay, here just make its list of student. Yeah, and here we need to get all student. Get all the students. This is a java.html. Okay. Now from repository we need to go to the service implementation. Okay. Here we need a private student repository. Okay, like this. Okay, also add the student repository here. So we connect this example like student repository with the service implementation. This new package from this project, because the less videos we're working with the entity, we're working with controller and service, and also with the entity. Yeah, so we have controller and entity and just a service, but now just we create two package more. It's a repository and a service implementation, and we put in the repository, it's extended from JPA repository. Okay, we put JPA repository here with the first parameter is the entity, parameter is the student, and the next parameter is the primary, the type of the primary key, because we have ID, it's an identity here type. The ID is a primary key, so we add the long of example. If you have a student like private string ID or and ID, so we need to put their ID. And next we add the implementation. It's implementation just it's a class. So here it's a class, and here it's an or also it's a interface. Yes, this is a class interface, because we need to implement from student service. Implement this from student service here, because these two parts also, and we have a student repository to student repository here. Second part of this part of the part, I don't know, we need to create a public list. Just we need to create a function public, or I need a list of student. Here we need great S, okay, capital S. Okay, get all students. Let's add this student. So type of parameter student to student. Can do it like this also. No, we need just to return the list of student. Okay, return here. And create interface student. Parameter to student. Let's check what's the fault. Yeah, here's the fault. I know, because I need in student service. Just I have this here before. I don't have this. I put it in student repository. No, I need it. I have it here. So in student repository, I have it here. No, we need to clean this here from. We just copy this to student service. Okay, so we need in the service, sorry, okay, list from all, you get all student, and then this student from get all student in the service implementation, because it's reading from implement student service from this package. Okay, from this package to this interface. Now we have a list student, change right, get all student to list student. Let's make here at override. Next we need just, let's delete this here, because we don't know what the problem here. Okay, just add implement method. Yes. And here also from implementation we need add service. With add service, just import framework stereotype service. So here we can just make a student. to list student. Change type to get all student to list student. Okay, so here also we have list student. Oh, yes. Yes, so that's right. I don't know what's the difference. What's happening here because the student it's from Spring Demo entity. Yes, com.spring.demo.entity student. Okay, and here just if you put this package here, it's working. But if no, let's do this here now. It's okay. Then we can check what's the problem before after this. Second, we need also a constructor for student. Let's make here. Okay, just space next line. Just source generate a constructor. Just we have one failed here. Okay, generate student repository. Okay, student service implementation, and also we have in student repository. From student repository, yeah, on super power. Take the element. This is the first part in student service implementation. Okay, now we need just to return all the students. Can do it like this here. We need just to return what need to return student dot student repository. Okay, student repository. Find all. Can return here all the list of student. Yes, I like this. So now just make save as. Okay, I go to controller again. From controller here, it's interface. Oh, it's a class. We need a class here. Just delete this. From controller, we need a new class. Student controller. Yes. Add here annotation control. Okay. From controller now we need the private student service. This we can add the package here. Okay, from service. Also we need a constructor. Source generate a constructor. Okay, from student service. Yes. Now we can add a method to handle the lists of student and return model and view. Okay, public string list of student, and also we have a model here. Parameter, it's a model. Yes, and then we add the model from Spring Framework.py. Add return, yes. Also we have a model dot add attribute. Here we have students, and the model it's student service dot get all students. And here we need to return the students. Also we need to add a get mapping slash students. Yeah. So for next video we can we can create this student for HTML from template here. We can go to create a HTML file here, just no other search for HTML. I don't have anything from HTML. General. Maybe here. Click. No. I need the HTML file, yes. What's that? Okay. Let's check if we can do this. Now maybe I can make this student HTML. Also here just we need the same name. Refactor here name. Yes. Okay, but we don't have now HTML content. Let's check again for templates. Other check for web here. Yeah, we don't have a web. It's not a problem. Okay, so for next video we'll download the web from the HTML file from marketplace, and then we can put as the student format here, the body. Just we need to create a table, and then we have title with also with this table. Just we need to put the first name at the first column, second last name, and the email, and also the action, something like update or delete the rows or delete, like this. So see you on next video.